Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for January 31st, 2017. We're going to have a weak wave of low pressure that's going to move across the region today, and mainly for our central and northern areas. We're going to have some very light accumulations. We do have a map up on the weather alerts page that outlines how much to expect by area, and for most areas that's going to be an inch or two. Might have some isolated areas that do get a little bit more than 2, but for the most part that's what we're looking at. In these marginal areas further south in our central areas here, you're going to have maybe a possible mix of rain and snow showers at some point before it ends, but so lesser accumulations there, but generally a swath right across the middle, maybe I-78 points north, it looks like, for 1 to 2 inches of snow today. Let's go over the NAM high-res future simulated radar. We're going to start this off at 6 a.m., and you can see the wave of precipitation coming in here at this point. It's just getting into our western sections. As we go a little bit forward here, we're going to 7, 8 a.m., and you can see even much of eastern Pennsylvania is now under the light snow and snow showers, and that continues through late morning. Here's a look at 10 a.m., here's 11, here's noon. You might have a little bit break in here in the central areas for a time, and then you get another wave come through into the early afternoon before it ends. But there will be some leftover residual stuff hanging on until the middle of the afternoon up here in northern New Jersey, and then just some spotty snow showers up here in the far northern areas that'll continue. It really won't amount to much of an additional accumulation, and those snow showers will continue through the early evening hours before they dissipate. So just a few isolated showers left, or snow showers left over after that point, but the main show's over. Looks like by noon for most, maybe early afternoon, and then mid-afternoon for northern New Jersey. So that's pretty much it. And again, not a big system. This is a quick, fast-moving northern stream system that we are talking about, one of several waves that are going to be moving through this week. And this is going to be moving out of here. We're actually going to have another wave that's going to move through here on Wednesday. Now, Wednesday's a little interesting, though, because you're going to have a association with this wave. You have the area low pressure that's over here, but you have a cold front associated with it. And it will be cold enough to produce a few flurries, maybe a snow shower far northern areas, but further south, it's going to get pretty warm here on Wednesday. We're going to have temperatures 40 or above for our central and southern areas, maybe even getting up into the upper 40s for down here by Philadelphia and points south and east. So just a one-day warmth ahead of the actual cold front, but once the cold front moves through, it's going to drop temperatures back here for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, okay? So the rest of the week is going to be actually below normal. We're going to be struggling to get to freezing in many areas for highs for the rest of the week. And here's a look at Thursday. Maybe a few isolated snow showers or flurries for the far northern areas here, but no big deal here. And then we have another wave that's going to be moving off to our south here on Friday. You can see that here. So we're not expecting much of anything there. Might have to watch our southern areas to get clipped by something here on later on Friday, but for the most part, everything remains south. We then turn our attention to the next system after a mostly sunny day here on Saturday with high pressure moving in. Off to our southwest, we're going to have a system moving in here. Now, this has been modeled for the last several days, and the GFS has been very, very consistent with it, showing it being a moderate snow event. The European model is not as thrilled, however, and it was bringing generally about half of what the GFS is showing here in snow amounts. Now, it has this, unfortunately for those of you with Super Bowl party plans or going to travel, this will be coming in at not the most ideal time. So this will be coming in sometime during the afternoon hours here on Sunday and continuing into the overnight hours. And we do have some areas of light to moderate snowfall model with this up until at least the first part of the overnight hours, and that's with this developing low offshore once it starts moving offshore. But the European model is not as thrilled with these amounts. The GFS again brings somewhere moderate amounts, 2 to 4, 3 to 6 type thing, and then GFS is probably half of that. Or excuse me, the European model is about half of that right now. So we're going to narrow down totals as we get a little bit closer here. All the models have it. It's just a matter of how they handle how fast this wraps up and how much moisture is available with it. So it's kind of surprising to see the GFS being more robust. It's usually the other way around, but we'll see what happens here in a couple days, and we'll narrow it down and see if we can get a forecast here for you as we get toward the end of the week here. Right now, it's way too early to put any accumulations on this or any projections. This still can do some funny things. This is definitely the weather, and it can change very quickly. It can turn into nothing. So, if you have a Super Bowl party you're trying to plan and you're like, oh no, I can't have this canceled, just pray that it misses. That's still a possibility. Also, we'll get into that again later in the week when things become more clear. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for January 31st, 2017. Have a great Tuesday.